Okay, this wheel was just smoking the other day when I came in from a short drive. And we're going to break the lug nuts, jack this up, take the wheel off, and inspect the calipers, pins, brakes.
Okay, let's get this job going off with the hubcap. And then we're going to bust the lug nuts while it's still on the ground. Get under here under the rear differential, floor jack. Get this thing up high enough to get the wheels off the ground. Once we get it up that high, we'll go ahead and take the lug nuts off the rest of the way, get the wheel off. Now we're going to set this down on some wood blocks.
Okay, hit the brake. Okay, they're on. Off. Okay, hit the brake again. And off. So it doesn't appear to be sticking. Hit it again and off. One more time. Okay, it's on now. Okay, off. Alright, we're going to check the other one too. Okay, hit it again. And off. And hit it again. And off. Okay, the one on the other side does seem to be sticking. Not completely, but enough to cause drag. The first thing that we're going to do is bust this fitting loose from the brake hose, because you're not going to get that off once you have the caliper. And mounting the caliper again. So I got a breaker bar on here. There. I just want to bust it basically. I don't want a bunch of. I'll turn it just a little bit more there. Right about there. There. I don't want a huge loss of brake fluid yet. Okay, so next we'll get the two caliper mounting bolts. If you can get a breaker bar in there, why not? Even though these are 10mm, obviously not a lot of torque here, but I always believe in making the job as easy as possible. Alright, we'll wrap those up with a ratchet. Okay, there we are. Okay, we just pry it off. There we go. Let's set it aside. Okay, let's remove this fitting now. I've got a little can down here to pick up brake fluid. To stop some of the loss of brake fluid, I just stuck a little piece of nylon hose in there, tubing in there. Alright. There's a lot of meat left on these. There's a lot left on these. We'll pull the inner one out now. So we'll take the caliper in for an exchange, and I'm going to do the other one too. Okay, so we're going to load up our calipers here. I put some caliper grease on the contact surfaces, pretty much everywhere where you have some contact, including on the inside of these, right in here, and underneath this holder. Yeah, this caliper is an unloaded caliper, meaning it comes without pins. So, I took the pins out of the original, and now we're going to put some caliper grease on it, inside and out. Grease it up good so it stays nice and fluid. And insert it. Alright, it's in there. It's in there. Push it through. There. This can sometimes be just a bit of a struggle. Okay. And there it is coming out the other side. This part's a lot easier. And there it is. Repeat on the other one. Okay, they're both done. It's about ready to do some duty in there. Okay, before we get started, let's get everything together. We've got our caliper loaded up. Push the pins outward so they'll fit on the bosses. And here's our bolts for mounting the caliper. Here's our banjo bolt, new washers, some brake fluid handy in case we need to top off the cylinder, and we've got a torque wrench. We're going to be torquing up both of those, both the caliper mounting bolts and the banjo bolt, and then a little wrench, 10mm, to get the bolts started. And the caliper mounts from the top, so we're going to fit it in the top first. Then it'll seat down. Now we can start the bolts. Just kind of wiggle them around a little bit so you can get a purchase on it. Okay, we got one of them started. So we're set up for 20 foot-pounds. Let's get them even. There it is. There it is. Okay, here's where things can get a little bit messy. Let's pull out our protection. I remember we had stuck a piece of vinyl hose in here to stop the brake fluid from leaking. Okay, then it's on with our both new washers. There it is. Okay, 9/16 fits in here. I've got it set, my torque wrench set up for 23 to 29 is the spec I found. There it is. Now remember that you lost some brake fluid during the process here, so let's add some back. And get it back up to the line here. There we are. Okay, we're ready to bleed. We've got our little bit of brake fluid in the bottom of our bleeder, and a 3/8 inch wrench on our bleeder screw, and we're ready to go find our helper and get going on it. All done. Now we're going to check the release. Okay, Linda, so hit the brake and release. Hit it again and release. So we're released.
Okay, now we're checking the passenger side, which we also did. Did a complete job on it. Everything looks good. We'll just assemble and get going again. Thanks for watching.